Mr. Marvelous. Mr. Marvelous originated by Roger. Mr. Marvelous could do truly marvelous things. He could run faster than Mr. Rush. Why, he could run faster even than Mr. Rush driving a car. That's crazy. He could cook better than Mr. Greedy. His meals were so delicious that even Mr. Skinny ate too much. He could even do the impossible. He could change color. He could even change shape. In short, he was just marvelous. Now, Mr. Marvelous's marvelousness was also helpful to his friends, like the time Little Miss Chatterbox concerned Mr. Quite. Mr. Marvelous out-chattered Little Miss Chatterbox into silence. And then Mr. Tickle was tickling Little Miss Giggles mercilessly. Mr. Marvel even out-tickled Mr. Tickle. So, when Mr. Marvelous heard a cry for help, he did not hesitate to rush to the rescue. Little Miss Tiny was being pulled into the air by a large kite. "Help!" she cried. Mr. Marvelous leaped into the air, even higher than Bounce could bounce, and grabbed the kite string and saved Little Miss Tiny. "Oh, thank you," said Little Miss Tiny in relief. "I was flying my kite, then Little Miss Naughty, and then when we got in air, Little Miss Naughty let me go with me still holding on. Well, we should see how we can do that." Back to Little Miss Naughty. "It's difficult to be naughtier than Little Miss Naughty," Mr. Marvelous said to himself, and he set out to out-naughty Little Miss Naughty. His first naughty trick was to change colors so that Little Miss Naughty couldn't see him. Then he pulled her bow undone. But you would have to admit, that's not very naughty. Not very naughty indeed. What was much naughtier was Little Miss Naughty tying Mr. Marvelous's shoelaces together and laughing when he fell flat. That's very naughty and not nice. Mr. Marvelous realized that he was going to have to try harder. So he set his marvelous brain to thinking and came up with a fiendish trick. He would dig a trap for Little Miss Naughty to fall into. That's really naughty and not nice. That night, Miss Marvelous picked his spade and his flashlight and stepped out his front door and fell down a hole dug by Little Miss Naughty, a hole full of molasses. If you don't know what molasses is, it's basically like a sugary mixture, like a melted sugar thing. It's very sticky. The next day, Mr. Marvelous was set out to out-naughty Little Miss Naughty, but he could not go anywhere. Someone had let the cars of his tires, and we know who that someone was. Try as he might, Miss Marvelous could not be as naughty as Little Miss Naughty. He had met his match. "The truth is," said Miss Tiny later that day, "that there's nothing about being naughty, and you can't out-naughty Little Miss Naughty." "Oh, I see," said Mr. Marvelous. who did not feel quite as marvelous as he usually did. And then he had an idea. "What I need is some help," said Mr. Marvelous, "and I think I know just the person." Is it Miss Little Bossy? So then and there, Mr. Marvelous went to see Mr. Mischief, and Mr. Mischief knew how to put little Miss Naughty in her place. W-mans. Now, that was a marvelous idea. Though I doubt little Miss Naughty would agree. So do I. Thanks for watching this amazing story, and see you in the next one. Bye.